Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
We vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, delete ass, love fame, I'm on war, got the same, for wrong. For wrong, DP. For wrong. I try to tell these motherfuckers time and time, nigga. For wrong. Pussy ass, purple ass niggas, man. For wrong. Niggas your born ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You damn scared rag, coward ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, y'all young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Damn, all these niggas want down hate, but tell them zip it lip. Cause you a dumb ass, scared ass boy, little body bitch. Damn, and I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know, nigga, don't reminisce. I spit flavors on these damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. But you a whole ass, dirt ass, little damn body ass nigga. Get body with it damn scripture with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true lion, nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, a little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste. We vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, love fame, I won't war, got the same, for wrong. For wrong, yeah, for wrong. I tell you, for wrong. You get your shit together, for wrong. Work. I'ma do this shit till I rock, you little body bitch. I'ma ditch your ass like your pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all the zock, you little body bitch. And I switch, ain't gon' know your thought, little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm so cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that bar, you little body bitch. And my aim like not a zock, you little body bitch. Need a princess part bar, little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got be right, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste. We vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, you leech ass, love fame, I won't war, not same, for wrong. For wrong.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
right at it.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem was of what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't face split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the goal. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling large, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they here on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that God in me. You get focused on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' be the deal. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home the truth. I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
One Westboro.
Right.
Everything is lawful. What's world?
The pressure on, I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. I had to 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. How damn, now I'm coming up. They coming against me, you dumb or what? You drawing, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty is sick and she knows she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westward, no way around it. Heavy so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get a minute, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New pay, still the same time.
People might, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drowning away, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up into what's world, you're gonna run.
You stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest, is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, get it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. my reputation. When the fall, this a demonstration. Get sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you gon' see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baby. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I was still playing my post, taking the rim like diesel. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave you. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drowning away, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West. 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 They're one West.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yahanna. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them, dap them and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling plain. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. But love is getting corrected, and all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Congo.
Imagine Yahanna don't like no soldiers through the Spirit of the Lord. We don't like no soldiers. You understand me?
Saint, Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ and they image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say you hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yahanna, Amy murdered Bob them and got a hug from Yahanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí. Lord Commander General Yahanna na ISUBK. This is what Commander General Yahanna did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel.
Backstage.
You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All they niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a piece holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Command a general get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga, I popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Backstage.
We vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I'm on war, not the same, fuck wrong. Fuck wrong, DP. Fuck wrong. I try to tell these motherfuckers time and time, nigga. Fuck wrong. Pussy ass, purple ass niggas, man. Fuck wrong. Better get your born ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You damn scare rag, coward ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, yeah, young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Yeah, all these niggas wanna down hate, but tell them zip it lip. Cause you a dumb ass, scare rag, boy, little body bitch. Damn, and I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know, nigga, don't reminisce. I spit flavors on these damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. But you a whole ass, dirt ass, little damn body ass nigga. Get body with it damn scripture with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true line, nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, a little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, didn't play, bad bitch. taste. We vibe, we lay. You purple, you gay. You leech ass, love fame. I won't war, not the same. For wrong. For wrong, for wrong. I tell you, for wrong. You get your shit together, for wrong. Work. I'ma do this shit till I rock it, you little body bitch. I'ma judge your ass like your pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all the Zaka, you little body bitch. And I switch, ain't gon' your thought, little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm so cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that bar, you little body bitch. And my aim like that a Zah, you little body bitch. Need a princess part bar, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got it, be right, you mad, get stoned, work hard, get play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, you leech ass, love fame, I won't war, not the same.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're
Right back at you again, Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy for these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids devoutness. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without it. More than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue, loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, emphatic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slang, rewind what we rap and slang. Lost in parables, the scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha Allah, Prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hum Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hum Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
Hey, Shalom, yes, Shalom. What's going on, Akim? How y'all feeling?
Tawab, doing good.
Listen, y'all ain't get one of them clicker meters. I'm on Amazon right now looking for them. Is either a canary or the clicker meter for the radiation. I need one of them meters that'll tick. The Geiger counter, that's what it is, right? The Geiger counter. I need about 12 canaries, one for each month, and then the Geiger counter, because boy, Vasen Daschen, Yuri, vodka, da. It's on and popping now, boy. It's on and popping now without any hesitation, without any, you know what I mean? I don't think they have a way back. I honestly do not think they have a way back at all, to be honest with you. Yeah, man. So we're gonna rock it out. We're back holding it down for Command Johnny Yahanna, hardest working man in Israel. Give him a hand. Right, y'all stay tuned. Like this jump on tonight. Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna get the full World War III, layout, especially with this move right here from Biden, Zelensky, and Putin, because Putin is now. Putin is for sure, he ain't playing that politics game. So, like, go ahead.
And adding Britain and adding France too, because Britain is the I think it's called the storm shadow or the shadow storm. The gliding bombs come from England.
Britain. I heard so. France, Britain right now can't even afford to throw a stone, much less get a wall. Yeah, they gonna get bombed all the fighter jets. The tanks gonna be on the base because ain't nobody there to drive it. Yeah, man. Like that's crazy.
If I could, so are we gonna start off with the Ukraine story with Russia and the World War III?
No, I'm gonna hold off a little bit. I think General was supposed to pass on through. Definitely want to save the whole thing for his So get him up in there because I know he gonna he gonna be coming with the angle nobody ain't really seeing. You know what I mean? And they definitely had to get that going through. So we're gonna start with some other stories in the meantime. You know what I mean? But now, like who you said, Britain and who France?
Yeah.
The two paupers, the two poorest damn devils in the whole of the East. Them niggas is panhandlers under a bridge. Their knees is dirty. The back of the heel dirty. You take them boots off, the back of the heel is dirty. Them niggas started a war. I don't understand that the two poorest bastards in the world who have no backing. One have backing, but nobody don't want to back him, which is France, and the other one done left Europe, and he on his own. That is insane, brother. That is really, really insane. Yeah, man. Yeah. So where y'all wanna get into? We can start anywhere.
It's a lot of good stories that we had lined up, sir. But I think that number 6 may be one that we could look into, just for brothers and sisters to get a little bit of insight into something that the ISUPK been saying for many years concerning our oppressors' purposeful plot to destroy the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, through drugs and all of these various addictions that have our people stuck serving our oppressor and not being able to break free to serve the Most High. Salaki.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's rock with it and see. I want to get that one with North Korea, boy. North Korea done pull off the gimmick of gimmicks. Now, I had to hear what you had to say about this North Koreans. God damn, them niggas is the shadow behind the shadow. Them niggas be there's a nigga behind the curtain, and then there's a nigga behind that nigga. That's North Korea.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're like the hustlers are the Asians.
Damn. Them niggas pull a whole yikwab on the shit almost. Damn.
Yeah.
I know North Korea has so much finessing going on. So all right, so what we have number 6 with the Navy vessels, right?
Come, sir.
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Come.
Who have it?
I got it, sir.
All right.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Salaki. Go ahead.
Kawakan. Coast Guard. Navy vessels haul in $336 million worth of drugs in major bust. The Coast Guard cutter Monroe pulled into San Diego, California on Tuesday and offloaded nearly 15 tons of cocaine that Coast Guard and Navy vessels intercepted from drug smuggling vessels during recent patrols. The huge seizure of more than 29,000 pounds of illicit drugs, officials estimate its street value at $335.9 million, was captured during patrols in September and October by Monroe Coast Guard cutters, USCGC Vigorous and USCGC Hamilton, and Navy littoral combat ship USS St. Louis, according to the Coast Guard Pacific area. Monroe's crew gathered around stacks of palletized and bundled bales of drugs displayed on the vessel's deck for a press conference alongside an unmanned aerial vehicle used in the counter-narcotics patrols and operations to thwart contraband moved by drug cartels at sea. I would put this crew on any mission, anywhere at any time, Captain James O'Mara, Monroe's commander, said in a Coast Guard news release. They executed everything.
Salaki. This seemed like a PR gimmick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I need them to cut the bag out. I need them to cut the bag and come with a little fingernail at the end of the pinky. That could be a bag of sand right there. That's
PR. It's had nothing to do with the whole, you know what I mean? If they really want to stop the drugs coming into the country, they could do it. I mean, they go in a country and lock down the entire country. And now somehow you can't lock down the borders, you know what I mean, your country. You want to lock down the borders that the Mexicans coming across. The waters, you know, stuff could come in on. Yeah, this is PR.
I want to know who they're gonna blame for this one. Like, is they gonna say they're gonna say this the illegal immigrants? Is this the Mexicans? Like, the Mexicans are swimming with this shit now. They in a damn boat.
So what I was gonna bring out is it took them getting a whole organized crew of about 4 or 5 military vessels in order to be able to track down these drugs. What technology and what capabilities do the drug dealers have? Like, for years, we've been telling you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians do not possess the technology or the power or the organization to be able to produce and ship drugs the way that they have impacted our communities here in this place called America. They try to make it as though we're the drug dealers, we're the drug addicts, we're the abusers, we're the violent people on the earth, when this is organized crime at its finest. Like, this is organization and production and shipping on the levels of multi-billion-dollar corporations. This is like some FedEx type stuff they got going on, the way these drugs is being shipped and brought into the country. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are people that are behind these drug operations. You understand? This is your oppressor doing what your oppressor does, and on both sides is the oppressor. But there's a huge conglomerate of corporate power and organization and money that's behind the drugs being brought into this country. And then on the other side, there's a lot of money being poured into what they call the anti-drug efforts. Now, here's my thing, right? What is the incentive for the U.S. military and the Coast Guard to seize $335.9 million in cocaine if they're not going to turn around and sell it to somebody? They tell you about the drug busting. Look at how much cocaine we caught. And what happens after the cameras go off?
Yeah.
What happened? What do they do with the bundles of cocaine and the pallets? If you got cocaine on pallets, right? That means it was in the warehouse somewhere with a forklift had to lift it and load it onto a ship. They had to take them bundles and put them inside of crates and move heavy machinery to load these on the boats. Well, why they don't ever show the boat that they got it from? How come they don't show the crew and the company of the people that's being paid an hourly wage to haul all these drugs and put them in these boats? Like, this is a absolute farce and a hoax that's been played on our people for a long time. Like, this is big business, and there's money made on both sides. There's money made seasoning the drugs, and there's money made shipping the drugs. And at no point in any of the process are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians involved at a high level. This is something that your oppressor has been doing for a very long time, making a whole lot of money doing it. And it's damn near like you said, Captain, I thought, when they do these busts and they put it in the news like this, it's damn near them advertising. We got your cocaine, and if you want to buy it back, we know it's worth $335 million. So get in contact with the U.S. Coast Guard, and maybe you can see about getting some of your drugs back. Salaki.
Listen, Sako, I think. Listen, Sako, this is what you need to do. Put one in the chamber right now. I think you just cracked the case. Put one in the chamber and keep it right in front of you, because I think you just opened the damn case right now. You in a search engine right now with the computer with the coolant with the radiator on it. You see the big ass computer with the damn radiator on it. You're in that search engine right now, because goddamn, Saka, they're this close to the Iran-Contra scandal.
Salaki, sir. Come. The algorithm done picked it up, sir. We about to get flagged right now. You know what I'm saying? They on to us. Some devil sitting behind a computer. The NSA like, how do they know? What did that? Who told them what's going on? There's a mole. Nah, it's not a mole.
They're ready to damn near tie one of their own to a chair saying you snitched, didn't you? You're right. That's a heavy point there. Like, who is organizing all of this?
Yeah, because
organizing that, and who paid for it? God damn!
Come on now, come on.
Yeah, and Cap also too. Think about it this way: Russia can't come within a certain distance of America with them not knowing this, not without them knowing. So you telling me that the Russians could get on one of them ships, them drug dealers have, and come into America and infiltrate America. No, they know everything that's going on underwater. They know. They as Captain Saka was saying, this year is them, you know what I mean, it's that time of the year, and we had a show Congress that we're not out here just wasting time. As soon as Vivek and Elon Musk get tasked with a new department of efficiency, now they get efficient. Now they get efficient because they fit into, you know what I mean, lock everything down in the government. You understand?
If I could,
go ahead.
Nah, so like I was gonna say, these the devils in the anti-drug department trying to save their jobs right now. This bus is to show, please do not erase our department. We brought in $335 million this fiscal year. You understand? Them devils trying to save their jobs. They made a call. They said, listen, we can't let it slide this time. We got to go make a showing. It's like, if I could, the next paragraph in the story talks about another bust they made in June. Right? So between October and June, if you read the next paragraph, it's damn near $1 billion in cocaine. Now, how great is the market for cocaine if the $1 billion gets caught? How much is not getting caught? Like, how much is being made every year off of the destruction of God's chosen people through the oppressor's witchcraft? You understand?
Right.
Pushing these drugs, pushing this addiction. You know what I'm saying? Pushing all of these things on us that keep us separated from the Most High because we get lost and confused and stuck in the trap of sin and wickedness, man. They are absolutely, this empire was built off of it. You understand?
Salaki, Cap, I didn't know if you just finished.
No, I'm done, Salaki, y'all.
Again, and Cap, what you're saying is so true. Pablo Escobar, he was notorious for saying and recognizing that this is part of, like, if you have a business, and let's just say you sell oils, the little bit that you account for you spilling a certain amount of oil that doesn't, make it into the bottles. You account for that loss. Pablo Escobar understood that not only do they account for this, they do this on purpose, like Captain Soccerwood said, to throw off how much more is really coming in here. Like, this is, like, they let this be found on purpose so that the bigger cash of drugs can really come in. So it's like, I'm gonna show you, this while all of this is coming through. And so, like, and make no mistake about it, history has shown the United States government is fully involved in the trafficking of these very drugs that they claim to bust. They are fully involved. They support the drug trade, and that's how the crack cocaine epidemic was able to flourish, is because of the participation of the United States government. So, like this is like Captain Ayathak said earlier. This is nothing more than a press release, and to make people feel like Donald Trump is getting in office and law and order is coming back, and we cutting back on the drugs and the immigrants. I don't know if y'all noticed too, Cap. I be on TikTok, and I'm seeing so many stories right now, conveniently, of Hispanic men that are committing crimes. Not to say Hispanic men don't commit crimes, and not to say that they commit more, but right now, conveniently, there's a flood on news networks of random stories across the country of Hispanic men committing crimes. And this, to me, this flows right into that same vein. This is propaganda to give the oppressor justification somehow to hate us and the Hispanics. That's what this is going to boil down to. Like, somebody that's ignorant will see this and be like, "This is good." Like, we cracking down. When the oppressor, they see this and they just get more hatred for the Hispanics and Black people. They don't ever blame their government. Somehow, this is our fault, and we're gonna feel the brunt of it. So, like it.
I ain't gonna be long. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you saw any news. This might be about a few months ago, or a year ago, right? With the Taliban, they said the Taliban got rid of I think almost like 100% of the drugs in the country.
You puppy.
No, if they could do that with the resources they have, then you know what I mean, somebody trying to, you know what I mean, get black people, Hispanics and Native Indian, you know what I mean, locked up and you know what I mean, you know what I mean, ridiculous numbers. You understand? On purpose. Salakia.
So, like, if I could, to piggyback off what both of y'all said, Officer Kazak and Captain Naya thought, we're given the perception that drugs are sold on the corners and the big drug deals happen, you know, in the communities and the neighborhoods where a cat may be moving a couple kilos or a couple pounds. Nah, cocaine, marijuana, opium, you understand, LSD, methamphetamines, that stuff is sold on the stock exchange. Those drug deals are done on Wall Street. You understand? I remember back in the day, they used to show Wall Street where they be, you know, them crowds, they yelling and they get put options and, you know, the cat's talking real fast with the auction voice. 150,000 over there. That's where cocaine is being sold. That's where methamphetamines is being sold. That's where the drug deals are, on the NASDAQ, on the stock exchange. You go watch MSNBC Business. All them numbers at the bottom of the screen with the green arrows up and the red arrows down. That's cocaine. That's opium. That's heroin. That's LSD. You understand? That's boat and all them drugs that we doing by street names. Your oppressor has abbreviations on the stock exchange for them. So like,
yeah, I think you're right. Go ahead, so
yeah, and you know, just again, where Captain Sako bringing out that it's like he reminded me as well, because I remember just a while ago here in Trinidad, you know, it had two drug busts concern LNG, where it had about, let me say, about $75 million worth of cocaine. I think that happened twice, and it just only come across the news, and that was it. And just to add again, you know, what taking place, like how it just highlights some to my, you know, knowing, and especially being in shoot, and know you're seeing certain things,
right? And
you want to know how drugs, you know, and these things getting in community. Look, they just bring it in.
Yeah.
So they own the ports. Look, they just bring it in.
Right.
Look, they just bring it in. So now it easy, as Captain Saka was saying, they're just advertising now. So they bring it in now, and now they're just advertising. So they're letting you know, hey, in a little while, this go be in the ghettos, this go be in the barrios. You know, we have drugs coming in. So they bring it in. So nobody had to worry about, you know, how drugs and guns and things coming in the community, because now they're showing you blatant, because now in the country. In the country. Yes, yes.
If I could, you're so right about that. So they don't flip the whole script where you ain't how to smuggle it in no more. They just bring it in and tell you, hey, we seize this, but this is the transport.
Come.
And to back up Saka Ward with that the stock exchange point. So I just type in, I went to the Google machine and got help with the artificial intelligence. the antichrist intelligence. That's the new word. Right? They say, yes, there is a shortage of painkillers in the United States, including opioids and hydrocodone. Right? Hydrocodone, there has been a shortage of hydrocodone since May 2023. America going through a shortage of a whole ton of stuff. They say the antibiotics right now is rough to get because since the COVID with all them chest infections and what's that thing, the walking pneumonia and the bronchitis a lot of people having. They say they have a shortage of that damn antibiotics, right? They say factors contributing to the shortage include reduced production. The DEA has cut opioid production quotas for 7 years in a row. Tightening regulations are making it harder to produce opioids. Limited raw materials. The U.S. imports 80% of its pharmaceutical raw materials from other countries, and problems in those countries can disrupt the supply. I wonder.
That them Taliban and them. Type in Taliban and you'll see. I can read what it's saying.
You're trying to get me rated. I'm trying to bring the battering ram to the front door. You trying to get me
But they got-
started? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's how
You go search Taliban, so they're gonna say we being radicalized. They gonna say
yeah. Go ahead, type in Taliban. Monday night,
So like
in DC with a sign saying "Free Mashak."
Hey, so like it, sir, you gonna search Taliban opium exports, and they're gonna be right there at your door. but
God damn.
But no, Salaki, sir, if I could, I mean, if I could, was even a heavier point, right? When we talk about how America has been built on the blood and the bones of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? If we just focus and just look at drugs, right? The story we're talking about now with the cocaine being brought in, a seizure of $335 million, right? $417 million that they captured in June. What you have to think about is the industries that exist in America, right? Drugs is not only capital investment and an income stream in terms of them selling the drugs, but then think of all the other industries that profit off of drug abuse in the country, namely the court system. Think right now, if you go back and do some research on how much money it paid to be a defense attorney in, let's say, 1945, 1950, right? If you were a defense attorney, what type of cases are you trying in court? The most cases you're going to get, maybe somebody, did a robbery. Maybe somebody did a burglary. Maybe you chasing down organized crime with, they had a prohibition and things like that during the 30s, right? But in the 1940s, you're not really pursuing many cases. There's not so much crime that's happening that you're constantly being called to go to court to defend somebody, or as a prosecutor, you're prosecuting so many people. But think about the impact that drugs had when it hit the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. And now all of a sudden, these drug dealers who making this money, they need somebody to help them fight their cases. So now you as a defense attorney, you're, helping people who have been committed of being accused of doing crimes. You're getting paid to help them out with their cases. Then you think about the prosecutors, all of the attorneys and attorney generals and all of these cats in these different cities and these different states that have made who knows how much money that they've made trying drug cases. Then you get the drug counselors and the therapists and all the police officers and all of the anti-drug task force and all of the equipment, the guns, the tanks, the training that they have to do. There's an entire empire that exists in America based off of them taking these drugs, bringing them in the country and destroying our community. And then to have such a large scale operation that impacts and affects so many different, it has its webs or its claws hooked into so many different aspects of this society, to turn around and blame us, to say that we're the ones responsible for it, that we're the ones bringing the drugs in, that we're the problem, we're the criminals. It's absolutely evil and disgusting what this oppressor has done. And using his media, using his, ability to be able to portray images to the public of what they want people to think versus what the actual reality is, man. The Most High, through the truth and through the eyes you became, the Commander General Yahanna is going to continue to expose these devils for the evil that they have done and are continuing to do to our people. And when the day comes that the Lord decides to bring vengeance and justice down on this place, everybody is going to know just how evil and disgusting these people have been to us. Salaki, sir.
That's right.
Listen, Hakwayam, ISUPK one West say, seems like they're just pulling out them drugs out the warehouse and say we seize an estimated 100 million. Look like they just went to the back and say, bring out the stock.
Concert.
Like damn.
It seems like, as I said, that might be bags of sand inside.
Something. I can't. I don't see how, like you saying, with all this technology and stuff, how is it this thing still keep coming without any type of help? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, where we going next? Listen, I want to get that North Korea, boy. Let me get North Korea, Babu Kasha. North Korea pull off a ridiculous, number 2 and 2B, A2B.
Concert. Is I hear 2B is a video for the story that's on 2A. Salaki.
Yeah, I'm gonna run 2B, and then we could get some of the story in there. Bear with me one.
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on here? Why is this seem like it muted? You're not hearing nothing, right?
No.
Nothing, sir.
All right, hold on. I played this thing earlier. Why is it not playing now?
Legitimate businesses and offering services including reclusive. The most reclusive nation in the world, North Korea, has infiltrated America's internet and used it to fund their nuclear weapons program. That's according to the FBI, who have now seized websites they say were being run by North Korean agents. The websites were impersonating legitimate businesses and offering services including software development and IT solutions. But they had two goals: to gain access to information about US citizens and businesses and to generate money that was being funneled back through China to North Korea. This was just one part of a broader threat that North Korea poses as their spycraft becomes more enmeshed with the internet. In 2022, CNN revealed that North Korean spies were posing as remote IT workers in a bid to earn money that then went directly to their government.
Hello, my name is Rajesh. How can I help you? You called to complain to Amazon about something. You talking to Rajesh, you telling you his name is Michael. Meanwhile, there's somebody in North Korea. Damn.
By stealing the identities of Americans, they were able to secure employment at top companies, including TV networks, Silicon Valley startups, and a defense systems company. The scheme is thought to have generated millions of dollars. Digital operations, which include espionage and cyber hacks, are thought to have funded more than half of North Korea's missile program in the last 5 years.
Brother, them niggas pay for 50% of the missile program just for applying for remote jobs.
Nice.
I'm totally flabbergasted at this hustle here. I'm totally perplexed at the complexity of this hustle here. They have a layered hustle right here. He's always talk about these shell companies and shell companies this and shell companies that. Them niggas say, I'm a shell company. Let's just go apply for these jobs that they say nobody don't want. That they say the Mexicans taking all the jobs. The Koreans taking all the damn jobs, nigga, and buying missiles.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, Mark. 50% of the missile program?
That's crazy.
You know how much money is that at? Oh my gosh, brother. I know Kazak should remember that Warrior. I think Warrior he having some technical difficulty. I remember a few months ago they had them Asians doing the Target scam and the Walmart scam with the cards. You remember that too, now, in fact?
Yeah.
And they bust them in Virginia, and them niggas had like $250,000 worth of them money cards that you get them gift cards. The gift cards. They come and do something with the number and take in the money. So you buy it. You thinking you buying a gift card to give to somebody, that money gone already.
Come.
They done bought missiles with your money out.
And that just show how rich this place is too. Remember, I think General them came up with a story where they audit some parts of the government and they couldn't answer for millions of dollars. I mean, you understand? Like this year is them, you know what I mean? This has been going on for years. They might be too embarrassed to tell you how long it's been going on for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this been going on, it seems like it's been going on for a while. If it 50% of the you know what I mean, the missile program. Like this is, you know what I mean? And I just show you, like, we be thinking that the oppressor, he is this big, wise, smart, you know what I mean, person. When he nuts. You understand? What he good at is unaliving people.
That's right.
You understand? Everything else, trust me. I would, you know what I mean, I almost want to put some money on a black man or a black woman tracking this joint down. But then Esau, you know what I mean, he ain't wise as wise as they think he wise.
Concert.
Brother, listen, they holding congressional hearings and US Senate councils to ban TikTok. And these niggas make so much money. And I thought North Korea was landlocked with no access to the internet and they were oppressing their people. Their people seem very good and oppressed, not oppressed. They're all up and up.
All that was propaganda.
God
Concert.
damn, man.
That
is ridiculous. Like, how is it that, okay, you giving all South Korea all this freedom, North Korea this, North Korea that, and for what? They got to be running this operation for about 8 to 10 years. Easily.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Easily.
Yeah, if I could, sir, America likes to, us being in this place, they use the media to make it seem as though anything America says goes across the world, right? Because America say North Koreans are evil, don't deal with them. They make it seem as though everybody is lock in step with that, as though the whole earth pretends North Korea doesn't exist. Nah, that's only in America. Russia's doing deals with North Korea. The Chinese is in there getting some money and helping them with their military program. They got all types of deals going on with them other South Pacific nations. It's only America and South Korea that don't deal with North Korea, right? So the programs like this and the internet and all of those different espionage things they have going on, all these different nations are in cahoots to try and rob and steal and get a piece of what America got.
Yeah.
If you think South Korea is the only country that's got, fake websites and AI programs, as to do different things like that to funnel money, you out of your mind. If you think the East Indians aren't doing the same thing, the Pakistanis and all these other different nations are gathering together and learning from one another on ways that they can steal from America. I mean, that's the majority of a lot of these nations. The money they got coming in, everybody is getting a piece. Everybody is, feeding from the trough that is the evil, wicked system that these devils have established in this country. Everybody's in on it. It's a lot.
Yeah, and that's, I just said, bring that you said that Sako. That's proof also too where Commander Yahanna been saying that we've been the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Like if the news really come out, if the news really, come out on all these other nations, black men, Hispanic men, and Native Indian men, we'll appear saints compared to them, the kind of robbery and the kind of crimes they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? The way they're living. Ain't nobody, snorting more, cocaine than our oppressor.
Yes.
But you see, but when you turn the TV on is the Hispanics or black people, you think we the worst off, when it comes to it. When they're doing more drugs than any nation. You understand? But the media, as you say, the media is, stacked against black people. Hispanics and Native Indians.
So like I said, we could just pull a scripture. If I can get someone to read Revelation chapter 18, verse 3. The scripture said that all the nations are in on this thing. Everybody is getting a piece of the evil that America has. Everybody is getting a taste of the riches. Everybody, if there's anyone on the planet who's waxed fat and rich and delicacies and all partakes in all the evil wickedness that is made available to rich men, to liars and schemers and sinners against the Lord, they've partaken in the wickedness of America. You understand? So whether they're doing it by means like this of creating these front companies to be able to funnel money that way, they participating in the drug trade, or they're silent and in agreement with America and the propaganda that they spew against us. And these other nations are in cahoots with America. When America say, yeah, it's those blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians doing all this crime and having all these drugs, no one else on the earth says, nah, that ain't really what black people. It's not black people that's doing that. It's America. Like they all are in on it. They all are silent while we get abused and murdered and raped and then made the scapegoat. You understand? And the Lord is going to deal with those people, deal with all those nations for it, and starting with our oppressor. But if I can get someone to read Revelations 18 and 3.
The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of a fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are wax rich through her abundance of her delicacies.
Everybody understands that includes North Korea, that includes Russia, that includes China. All of these places that the American media tries to demonize and say, "Oh no, this country is evil. This country is wicked." Look at Saudi Arabia. I mean, Salakia. A couple years ago, the Saudis and the Middle Eastern cats was the most evil, disgusting people you could imagine, according to the American media. Oh, what happened to all the Sharia law and the chopping hands and fingers off that they was doing over there in Iran and Iraq and in the United Arab Emirates? You understand? But then since they started investing in American corporations, since they started putting their money into the sports and getting involved in all these different things that America got to offer, guess what? The United States media don't even talk about the Saudis no more. You don't even hear nothing about Sharia law and chopping off fingers and hands and toes. Why? Because those nations have joined in on the fornication and the wickedness and have put money in these devils' pockets. So you know what? Devils, they buy their silence. They call it, there's a term that they use in the media. They call it sports washing, right? The Saudis have sports washed their image to now it's acceptable. Nobody say nothing about the Sharia law and the hands getting chopped off and them, beating women that want to leave their husbands and not letting their women drive. You don't hear none of that about the Arabs anymore. Why? Because they've put their money where their mouth is, and now they've shut America up. The North Korean problem is they ain't commit enough money to America. They didn't go along with the program and get down with the good old boy system. So guess what? The American media tells you they're evil and they're horrible and they're cruel to their people, when no one's more cruel than the so-called white man is to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No one is more evil and horrible. No one is more unjust than the white man is in this land called America. But to these other nations, if you don't do what they say to do, they'll make you look bad. You understand? And it's a game that they all are playing, and all of them are in agreement on one thing: just make sure you keep the Lord's people destroyed and not knowing who they are and not knowing the power that they should be serving. But like I said, Revelation 18:3 said all the nations have drunk of the wine of the fornication of these devils. It's a lot.
That's right.
It's what you said is real right, because at one time, I don't know if you remember, the UK, they was ready to kick them out. This is before that recent election and the one before with the scrappy looking one. I forget his name. Boris Johnson.
Boris.
So this is right after Theresa May and them, and they was against them because of that same Sharia law being promoted in London. And over the time, what you're saying is so right. They done put so much money into England. England is now a Muslim country now. Like ain't nobody care. They just the mayor of London is an Arab, and the last prime minister, the one who just lost, he was also a Muslim. So imagine the biggest quote unquote Christian or Catholic country in the world, leading the crusades and having all these wars for the throne and for God. God wills it. And now they done, genuflect over to the Arab money. So what you saying there is real spot on. And, as you say, North Korea was on the outside. North Korea is on the Russian side. North Korea is on the China side. You know what I mean? But it all coming to a head. All coming to a head. You know what I mean? So we gonna see all that was going on. Like the journal always say, that third world war, but the scripture saying he will draw everybody to the valley of Jehoshaphat. And to draw you down is damn near like, you might like how you fishing and you trying to pull this damn fish on the boat. He coming on the boat. He just don't know he coming on the boat. But that nigga coming on, like the Lord is pulling them down into this thing. And that shit that Biden just did there, boy.
Yeah. I hope
that's
Putin should just, Hamas and them ready for delivery. And what's the other one? Hans Buller, they ready for delivery, Putin. Just get on and pop it. It's sad to spread the love. You know what I mean?
Man.
It's sad to spread it. You know what I mean? Because boy, oh boy, it's as I say, it's going there.
Come. And it's like, if I could, that's another way that our oppressor uses the media to keep us blind and to keep us unaware. like around the world, the earth knows what's going on. The earth sees the writing on the wall, and everybody is preparing. Everybody is getting their soldiers ready. Everybody is, the lines are being drawn in the sand and the sides are being chosen. But in America, they got you watching The Masked Singer or, whatever the goofy nonsense they got going on. Like, they keep the people distracted from the reality of what's going on in the world. And they make it, they portray an image as though, democracy and America and freedom is piety and uprightness and, bravery, when it's all backstabbing and murder and espionage and, fighting over scraps that inevitably is going to end in them destroying themselves. But they try, like I said, the other nations, they know it. They know what's going on. They see the writing on the wall. But America uses its media to keep us asleep and to keep us lost in the illusion when, we 2 seconds from this whole thing popping off and blowing up. So like,
Yep. Let me play a little bit more of this tape. Go ahead, Cap.
No. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, it was off. It was basically off this, but go ahead.
Let me just finish off this and we wrap.
5 years of North Korea's missile program in the last 5 years.
So for about 5 years, this thing been going on. 5 at least. That's what they know about.
Yeah, they know that. I mean, that was going on longer than that.
Like, if I could, one more thing, sir, with the money laundering. America, like Captain Nine Thought said earlier, they're not as intelligent or as wise as they think themselves to be. You think that in all the years of America's cruelty to Korea, there aren't Koreans here in America that's funneling money back to North Korea? Like, you think they ain't Koreans that have come here and been allowed to establish themselves in America, in the Black community, nail salons and beauty shops and every damn hair salon you go to buy them lashes and them wigs and then that perm, it's some Koreans running that thing. You think there isn't a large portion of them that's loyal to the North Korean regime that's sending money back? They can't just send the money in Cash App. They can't send it back home the way an African or East Indian would send the money. They got to find some way to get this money to the government for their missile program. So guess what? They go up to the scam website. They sign up for the scam website and they put their money. They think they paying their bills or they applying for some job or they investing in their 401k. That money's going back home to the homeland to feed the people, to help the government to get these missiles built so we can destroy these devils. Like, that's the way it works. And the devil, when he catch on to it, he say, "Oh my God, it's been a money laundering scam from the North Korean government. How did they do this?" Not knowing the whole time that was the plan. They've been running this thing right up under y'all nose. But like I said, the Esau, like Captain Nine said, they think they up on everything when really they only know how to kill and murder very good. That's what they're best at.
They're focusing on Little Thug and what's the other one name? And
Woody and Charles White.
Yeah, that's who them FBI is focusing on.
Who could pop the red balloon?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Saka, well, you said something heavy there because Larry Hogan, who was the governor of Maryland for a very long time, he's married to a Korean woman with her kids. Right? He married a woman and take her kids. She from Korea, born in 1959. So you so right about how much money they done position themselves to go in. I can't tell if she's from South or North Korea, but that they had investigated Hogan for positioning his friends with construction companies to receive the federal funding to build these widespread projects in Maryland, all that type of stuff. They investigate him for all that type of thing. So who the hell knows what she comes with and whoever else, you know what I mean? So this year is the house. This year is the fat house to raid. That's what America has become. Like how they say, all her lovers has forsaken her. Like now it's coming down to where people are just peeling the fat off of this place. And that'll be that.
If I could add one more thing to what you said, sir, the oppressor thinks that because he draw a line in the sand on a map that changes the nation of a people. North Korea, South Korea is just Korea. They just drew a line at the 64th parallel, some bullshit. But you think these South Koreans ain't family with the North Koreans? You think that because they happen to live south of the 66 parallel, they don't love their people? Like they ain't finding a way to help their people out? Korea is Korea. Now, there are a portion of Korea that had to sell out to save their lives. They in South Korea. They getting American jobs. They coming over here going to American universities and colleges, and they're finding their way to live an American life. But you think they don't, there's not familial ties that go past you drawing a line in the sand? Like, you out of your mind to think that. White man, you really believe like the 66 parallel created two new nations of people. No, it didn't, you clowns. But how can the South Koreans help out the resistance? They got to funnel the money somehow. So look, we're going to set up these goofy websites and we're going to send everybody. There's a North Korean, they whispering in the ears of each other. You go whisper in somebody's ear and you get the code and you go to the website and you send all of the money that we're generating back to North Korea. Think about it. I mean, Salaki, growing up in the, you said that the old governor of Maryland, his wife was Korean, right? There's a large Korean population in and around Washington, D.C., right? But they not buying giant mansions and riding on 20-inch spinners and getting $30,000 chains and grills in their mouth. So what do you think?
Listen, they are. Let's not don't let that slide by. There for sure is, because when you go where they are and where they live in places, brother, you would not believe. They live in that Korean restaurant or that little business they have, and it's a little ways they had to travel. And I thought, let me say, it's a lot. Just about to tell on myself, they gonna come and find me in that car that I'm driving.
It's a lot.
I know. They come out there. The owner come out the shop last, and then two Koreans cross the street, jump in the damn SUV, and they gone on a 35-minute drive to a place you will never even think about driving to. You don't even know that street is there. And the thing looked like the street looked like that street from the Purge. You remember the first Purge with all the mansions? It just looked like I shouldn't be here. Let's back this R and get the hell out of Dodge. So they is buying them mansions, Salaki.
Come, sir. No, they for sure living deliciously here, but they still taking a lot of that money and they sending it back to the family. They sending it back home, and that money that's going back home is not all just going to South Korea. A lot of that money is going to North Korea to fund the missile program and to help out the resistance, because even the Koreans know that one day this place is going to fall and they're going to be ready to be right there with Kim Jong-un. Right now, so like we're going to get to, I guess, when we go into the story with Ukraine, but they already chose their side and they in it. They in it to win it. So like,
yeah, go ahead, Cap.
So like, I don't know if you remember too, with Biden, that's one of the stories that they was trying to suppress when he won the election. Remember that laptop had the information on it. He was dealing with China,
right?
Rich companies in China, and they suppress them stories, which then the oppressor, he gained money to sell his people out too. He taking that money. You understand? Which then that they all they all in bed with each other. It's just black people, because they have us divided. We don't see it. You understand? We don't see the enemy for who he is. You know what I mean? We don't see him, but they for sure know that. You know what I mean? That everything that's running in this place. You know what I mean? We the scapegoat. We the ones that fallen.
Yeah.
The drugs, the crime. When you have a ton of crime taking place in Chinatown, we just don't see it, and it's just not on the news. They deal with that them crime internally. You understand? But we had to go to the oppressor. He had to process us. We had to go in front of his judge. You understand? When these other nations, they for sure have their things set up here in America.
You're right about that. If I could just to back you up on that, I hate to keep referencing UK, but I did some research on on some of them. You know, they always talk about the guns in the UK can't have guns and stuff like that. And of course, UK has guns for farmers. If you're a farmer, you could get a shotgun, right, just for your land and stuff like that. And people always rob farmers to take the guns from the farmers. So UK has, you know, you have your regular police with no guns, your street police, and then they have a gun squad, and they have different gun squads, right? And there's a particular gun squad called Trident, right? And Trident is a gun squad specifically for black on black crime. That's the same gun squad that killed Mark Duggan, which was a huge case in the UK in 2016 or 17 or somewhere around it. And there's this this guy, I think he's a brother, I think he's a Benjamin, who was part of the gun squad. And he talked about his role on the, I'm gonna look for the interview and post that section. He talked about his role in this gun squad. And he's the man to blow out the tires. His shotgun shooting this type of round that cracks the rim. That's all he does. Once they get the call, they don't ask questions. They show up and neutralize, and then the other cops come and ask the questions. And he said, you know, the UK media is not like the US media. I'm gonna try to find it before we finish the show. He said the UK media is not like the US media. He said the US media, and he kind of chuckled like, it's stupid to be this way. He said the US media is very open, it's very tell-all. He said the UK media is not that open. There's certain things they're just not letting you know, not letting the public know, to keep it moving. He said people think that UK is about knife crime. He said people get shot more in London than get stabbed. He said you will never hear about it. He said you'll just never hear about it. He said the media will make you think it's just that black community. He said, but the Asian community and the Eastern European community are way more violent than the other crimes. He said the only thing is their violence is within one another, and they take care of it themselves. He said very rarely it might spill over to another race, but he said the violence they do is way more. He said you just don't hear about it. He said, but there's a shooting in London every day. Every day. I must look for the clip. And at least play it or post it afterwards. So what you saying there is so right. Like they will always scapegoat us, but these other nations be doing, ridiculous nonsense. You know what I mean? Driving up a ton of violence, and they'll either hide it or put it down as some other statistic, so it don't show up, when the news report or whatever. You remember the whole thing with what's the president aide is Ehrlichman? John Ehrlichman, where he said the media has to have a mandate at 7:00 every night. You have to bring the propaganda on black faces. Because if it's a black person do a crime, headline, put a face up, but if it's a white person, you dumb it down. All that. So what you're saying there is so right and on point. Nixon aide, he was a Nixon aide, John Ehrlichman.
Sir.
You know what I mean?
And if I could, so that just goes to further to the point of us, the necessity for the truth, because there are so many of our people who believe that there's something wrong with us as black people, as Hispanics and Native Indians. They made black on black crime an actual thing, when that's just people. You're in a community with people, there's going to be issues and problems. Our problem is that we don't have our culture, we don't have our identity. So the solutions that we could put in place to stop us having those issues and those problems within our community is not in place. But like you said, Cap, and that extends here to America. Them Koreans, they beef and fight and punch and stab and shoot each other, but you never hear about it on the news. Why? Because they have a system in place to handle it themselves. Same thing with those East Indians. Same thing with those Ethiopians. Same thing with all these different nations that's over here. They have an infrastructure and have been given autonomy to deal with their problems themselves. So we don't hear about it on the news. It's not promoted on the television because they aren't the target. The target is you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Lord's chosen people. The goal is to keep you down, keep you lost, keep you dismayed, keep you confounded, keep you, poisoned in your mind about yourself and your people and how you look at one another, so that they can take advantage of us. You understand? But thanks to the Most High in Christ, through Commander General Yahanna and the ISUPK, we are restoring that culture back to our people. We're reestablishing that blueprint and that infrastructure of how we deal with issues and problems among one another. going
That's
to be
right.
able to go to councils and squash beefs and squash issues and problems with brothers in the world. There's brothers in the world and got these circumstances going on.
Barack.
Yeah, but Smith Shabrak a thumb. How's it going, Warriors? That's what's up. Good to see y'all. Sock G, what you say? Sock G, what you saying? If I could, real quick, Sock G, what you saying is super duper heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like America has decided we are the scapegoat. So America has just decided that we will be the one exploited as the wicked and evil one. And they will hide the sins of others just to make sure that we are the only scapegoat and everybody else can believe in the American dream.
Right.
So they'll dump on us while, enjoying themselves and making every other nation feel like they could have a chance. Proof positive of that, without a doubt, unquestionably, was what happened with those Ukrainians. They brought those Ukrainians in on jumbo jets. The ones that crossed the border, they had a separate line and went straight in. They got in the United States and they put them in major cities and you never saw them on the street. More Ukrainians got delivered into Chicago than Latinos, like we've been saying. None of those Ukrainians are in hotels. None of those Ukrainians are places where you see them begging, suffering, and struggling. Because you need a scapegoat to abuse the rest of the world. Right. To abuse the world, you need to have an enemy, somebody that everybody looks at as evil. And that is exactly what has happened. And we've been that designated person. And like the dummies of the world, Lord help the stupid, the idiots that's in charge of Black America.
Right.
Wait, you could not have ran a worse presidential campaign if you hired the Flintstones. These idiots. Oh my God, they were so dumb and such idiots, man, that they destroyed and they're leading us down to the path of slaughter. Right. They're leading us down the path of slaughter. And now, not only that, now that Donald Trump and the white supremacists are back in, we now look like we were trying to overthrow the empire. And boy, oh boy, white America's looking for deadly revenge on us. And not on none of the other nations. They ain't blaming the East Indians, the Arabs, who they over there fighting. They sending missiles all over to Israel to fight the Arabs. They ain't mad at Russians. There's millions and millions of Russians in the United States. They're not mad at the Russians. They ain't deporting the Russians. They ain't beating up the Russians at rallies. You don't hear anything about it. They ain't pulling over Russians. They ain't dragging them out the car. They ain't doing any of those things to any Russians, even though they fighting the Russians in the Ukraine. But us, we are the face of the failure of America. And now we're going to pay the price for being stupid. This is what people don't understand. You pay for being a dumbass. Being stupid cost you. And now our people, it's going to cost us a ton. And like you said, Soccer War, which was so heavy, they put those things in place to buffer and protect their own. God. We don't have those things in place, man. And let me tell you something, man. The Black man, the Latino man, you better get up off your ass, man. You big dummy, sit up there and supported your woman while she touted killing your babies and making sissies out of your sons. You better get up off your ass, man. You better get up off your ass and take back your nation. You Black men scared to walk on the streets because of these young gangbangers and all that. You scared of them. You scared of them and you scared of anybody else that stands up. You better man the hell up. If you don't get control of your nation, man, then sissies will be running your nation. That's what almost happened. What almost just happened is bull daggers and sissies took over your nation. Right. And you was going to be, and you think you was hated already by white people. You were going to really be hated then. You was going to be despised at that point for being dumb and not having good sense. Salakia.
That's right.
I yield. Good point, Soccer Wolf.
Most High Christ, most High Christ.
General, we was holding that story for the with the missiles and stuff. I don't really want to get into it now.
Anytime you ready, Cap. Whatever you rolling with, I'm rolling with.
Definitely. I won't get that one for sure. Going to number 1 and 2.
Oh, speaking of that story, now's the time. Now may not be that bad a time. Depends on what Donald Trump does, because Donald Trump may negotiate and shut them all down.
Mm-hmm.
He may negotiate and shut them all down, and he may move on and operate from there, because he for sure is not a war hawk trying to start wars all over the place. That's not his style. He's trying to make money for America and for himself and his family. So, yeah, go ahead.
Salaki, I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to know if it's possible, so if I could just give a little background, a little history rundown on the whole Ukraine-Russia situation and what was really going on in the back, in the back offices in terms of the politics being played with the Biden's family and their connection to Ukraine and the oil. If I could just give a little bit of history on it.
Yeah, get down, brother.
So if I could, the big deal with Joe Biden being so connected to the Ukrainians is that that whole war and the beef with Russia had to do with oil. Like Russia wanted to run a pipeline all the way through Ukraine, I think extending into the Middle East and Iran, that would have given them the capacity and the ability to have control of all the oil that was they would had more oil being produced in Russia that they could send into Eastern and Western Europe than the Arabs did. But that would have threatened the business that America has with all of the Arab countries and all of their oil powers. And so Biden had got in good with the Ukrainians to make a deal where if they could stop the Russians from having the freeway to use their land to run that pipeline, that America would support them and back them and would help them to be able to establish a regime and the independency that would, allow them to be in power. Donald Trump, and like you said, his aspirations are business. He wants to do business. So for him, the Republicans want to be able to open up America to start doing the fracking and using the getting into the oil that's here in America. That's why they want to, use the get rid of all of the what's the things in place that stop them from being able to destroy the natural resources or regulations. So like they want to get rid of all the regulations that's stopping them from fracking and digging deep into the land and getting at the oil. So with Donald Trump coming into power now, like you said, sir, he's not necessarily concerned with continuing the war. But the Biden administration made promises. They made deals. And that's why so much money and so much was tied into supporting the Ukrainians. But now that Biden is on his way out and Donald Trump is stepping in, this thing that Biden did and the story we're about to read is almost like a last-ditch effort on his way out to be able to say, hey, man, I did the best that I could. I tried to keep the promise and make sure that y'all will be able to war it out. But there may be a changing of the guard with Donald Trump being elected now. Salaki, sir.
No sweat. Yeah, the reason he launched those missiles, he gave them those missiles, is so that they could hold that Russian territory for the negotiations that's about to happen, which they all know is about to happen the minute Donald Trump gets in office. They know the minute Donald Trump gets in office, negotiations got to start. They got to come to a peace agreement and get up off it. Another thing, too, man, is the Biden, the family, they owe neocons from the 60s. They owe gangsters from the 60s. They fought that Cold War. From his Senate seats, he fought that Cold War against the Russians. And they know that to fight China in the Third World War, they need Russia to be to be subdued. If Russia is not subdued, then China has an extremely powerful ally, as we saw when he dropped them hypersonic missiles down on their country. And so they was thinking that they could somehow overthrow, which was dumb as hell. They could overthrow or threaten Russia enough to push Russia back and stop Russia. But remember, like the scripture said in Ezekiel 38, he said he would put hooks in the jaw. They have been creeping on his territory for many years. 2014, they overthrew the government that was friendly to him. You understand? Then they blew up the pipeline, like you mentioned earlier, for the messing up the money. So they've been creeping and encroaching on him for years. And now he's forced to push back. And so as a result, like the Lord said, he had to, because he was trying to play ball with them. He was at peace with them. It was no more Cold War. They was working together. But then the Lord stepped in and turned him all the way around, which created this situation. Like you said, they were chasing after the money, and they making billions all over the world. The only people that's poor in this world are the people that are not connected with these gangsters on all of these high levels. Okay. Everybody else is starving and blind, and they just manage the millions of minions to manage the world, which is why they pressing for the robots so bad. They want them robots so bad so that they can manage this country and other countries without so many human beings. Without having so many human beings, they have less chance of revolt, rebellions, less chance of people going against them, less chance of the population pushing up against them. They need the population small, and they need to run it with them robots so that they could just flow freely. But the white man's the devil the Bible speaks of. So him flowing freely means he brings the whole world into destruction. So that's what they pushing up against with this. So it's a good chance that things are going to just calm down with Biden. With Trump, because he steps in and shuts the whole thing down in Israel as well. Now that one I'm not all the way sure about. He may allow them they all hate the Arabs, so he may allow them to continue to murder and slaughter those Arabs and genocide those Arabs. He may allow them to continue. If he does, we're gonna see a hell of an escalation. We're gonna see a hell of an escalation. But brother, whatever that came out of the sky in Ukraine from them Russians, it was made by the mind of Satan. I ain't gonna be surprised if Satan didn't appear in the room and tell them, look, put this wire here, put that wire there, put this motor in here, fuel it with this right here. Now you got something. Because brother, here's the footage. This right here, brother, is insane. The speed in which this is coming out the sky. The speed in which those bombs are coming out that sky, brother, is literally the speed of lightning. Like that stuff is dropping and hitting the earth literally at the speed of lightning, which is insane. That ain't the missiles we've been watching over Lebanon and Israel. Some things coming out that sky right there, brother, is a weapon of like I can't even explain. Like that thing hits the ground in a flash of light. Like one flash, that thing right there dropped probably 50,000 feet in a flash. 50,000 feet in just a blink. Brother, that's why they call it a hypersonic. Because whatever coming out of that thing, it is a beast. And of course they came out and said that they can carry nuclear weapons. That's really what's getting ready to happen in the future. Maybe not right this moment, but what you looking at right there, those are going, like once those flashes go down, a mushroom cloud is coming back up.
That's it
in the near future. And the fact that he
Mach 10,
Mach 10?
Mach 10. They say it goes 2.5 to 3 kilometers per second.
That is ridiculously fast. That is ridiculous, and that's why, like, that's the end of radar when it comes to the missiles. Ain't no computer chip. That's why they need Taiwan, because ain't no computer chip can put a tracking device on that. They got to build a whole nother set of computer chips to track something moving that fast. And that's probably what the Taiwanese is working on, and that's probably why the intensity around Taiwan is so heavy. Because you need a whole nother level. You need a quantum chip to track that mess right there. You need a quantum chip in your laptop to press it to put a tracker on that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even see the weapon. It's moving so fast. You looking at it with your own eyes, and all you see is the flash. You can't even see the travel of that weapon. And the Lord gave him that weapon just for this Third World War. Like seeing that weapon is supposed to tell every brother and sister it is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that's supposed to be your guarantee right there. It's going to happen face the east, pray to your father, follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and know that he's getting ready to come and take all these nations down. That right there, that flash right there is supposed to say to you, lay up your folly ground, become brand new, stand with the Most High, recognize that he's greater than anything man can create.
Come.
And you know what I mean? And to put hope in it, because otherwise, if you don't put hope now for all those fools that said, they waiting for a phantom to crack the sky. Well, guess what? If a phantom don't crack the sky, this what is gonna crack the sky on you. This right here. Now, all those that talking all that talk, y'all talking online with your rifles and your guns. Okay, yeah, all that. We gotta do this ourselves. All y'all marching with an AR-15 on your back. You Billy Badass and all of that, all y'all little so-called black groups and all of that. Well, okay, this is what you got coming. Now, if a phantom don't come out the sky to stop this, you done.
Yeah.
And this is why we hold our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. When he said he will direct the glittering spear. He's going to direct where these weapons are going to hit at. And brother, the price that's going to be paid for this right here, for all this that's gone on in the earth, that price is a heavy, heavy, heavy ass price. This right here, this is no joke right here. He dropped these bombs that could have had nuclear weapons on them and dropped them to show them what it is.
Right.
Because they gave the Ukrainians long range weapons to shoot into Russian territory. That's like insane. That's like Mexico firing into Texas. That's like you wake up and now Texas is being bombed by Mexico with missiles. And their houses being blown up, their military bases being destroyed in Texas. America would freak out. Well, that's what he's doing. He's freaking the hell out because he can't believe that America will push that far up into his territory. So he cannot believe it. So he's freaking out. He turned around. The difference is America would have dropped the nuke probably.
Yeah.
America Mexico would be a mushroom cloud.
That's all. Yeah.
So he telling them, look, I can give you what you're asking for if you keep pushing it up. Salaki, I yield.
If I could, sir.
Please.
Salaki, sir. If I could, and I watched the briefing of Vladimir Putin after he did that. If you notice the arrogance in his face, and I understand the arrogance. If I had a weapon like that, I'd be arrogant too.
Right.
In his face. It's like this devil, he's puffed up, and this is a new weapon that he just released that's not been used before. So he's showing you his might. I mean, I definitely understand how they could think that they could fight against your house shot.
Yeah,
you have weapons in your arsenal. You might fool yourself into thinking you can stand up against your house shot. But I was just watching his countenance when he was talking. It was like, yeah, I'm a devil too. That's what he was telling me.
Right.
Basically, I'm a devil also. So yeah, I just observed that. So
Listen, that is so true. What you're saying, like what you're saying is so true. He's fully confident that he can deliver something powerful enough to even take on your house shot. Of course, they fools. All this alien bullshit talk, all of that is fake. They the ones got these weapons. They the ones got these ships. They built these. The Nazis had anti-gravity since the 30s. The Nazis, they released the documents and everything. So they was doing anti-gravity. They was doing stealth airplanes. They did all that back in the 30s, man. That's why the people thought they were aliens back then. And they just kept the lie going. All this is a bunch of lies about aliens. Ain't no aliens nowhere out. The aliens is the white man. That's the damn alien.
That's right.
The alien is the white man flying in that shit up there in that sky. You understand? If it ain't the angels of the Lord breaking the atmosphere and coming through this place, it's them. And they got them, and the Lord gave them that. And like he said, For this reason have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in you. Because the power of the Lord gonna come with us. We're gonna faint like we dead when we see his power. When we see the God that we serve in his full power and glory with those angels, brother, we going to say, surely I am dead. I've seen the Lord. We're gonna be, that's how terrified and frightened we are, not to mention them. They're gonna be forget about it when they see that power that's and let me tell you something, Mark, it's very easy for men in their carnality to give up their faith or to feel like sometimes Satan try to make you feel like you a chump for waiting on the Most High, or you a chump for, you know, knowing that the Lord gonna back you. Like you supposed to stand up and do something. And nah. He said, I raised him up for this reason. The Lord gave him them weapons way more powerful than you could have, so that he could come and deal with them. And that's his job. Like why is he's worthy to be praised? Because he will come and destroy. Why he's worthy to be praised. He's worthy to be praised because he will come and do it. And let me tell you something, if I could. This is what I'm about to say is speculation. America better watch out, because Donald Trump is a narcissist, a real puffed up individual. And that is exactly the kind of individual the Lord like. He like a man like that to destroy him. Like that's what Pharaoh was like. Pharaoh was hard. His heart was hardened against the Most High. He was not going to let them slaves live. And if Donald Trump take that same route, life for Black people and Latino people is about to become hell. The prison system is going to double because, of course, they make money off of it. They're going to empty out these cities. And here's the messed up part. They're going to empty out the cities and ignore all of the thieves who ran these cities for years in these three-letter agencies. And they're going to run these cities dry and get rid of all the brothers and sisters and going to feel like, yeah, we fixed up America. And then they're going to realize how much billions they're losing. And then they're going to go into panic mode because they're going to realize they got rid of everybody, and that's how they was making their money. And the robots are not going to work. The robots will be shooting each other in a minute. The robots will become gangbangers. They have to be programming they robot to go assassinate somebody. Them robots ain't gonna be used for nothing but two things: sex and killing. That's all. They're gonna steal a robot just like they stole a car. They're gonna steal your robot, reprogram the robot. They're gonna send it over to Taboo and them. Taboo and them gonna take it into the back room. Taboo and them gonna take them into the back room. They're gonna manufacture a rubber vagina, put a rubber face on that thing, sell it on the black market for a couple G's, and some dweeb Edomite will be buying that sex robot reprogrammed. And he be the same one sending her to kill his enemies. That's all. It ain't gonna be used for nothing else. There'll be misfunctioning and everything in this evil kingdom. But Donald Trump got the right spirit to come up against the Most High. And boy, oh boy, if the Lord choose him to be the one, it's gonna be rough. And he sure carries that vibe. Like when you go back and study Ramesses II, who we had to come up against. When you study that Ramesses II, he was just like Donald Trump. He was a real estate mogul. He was vain beyond belief. Just like Donald Trump put his name on everything, Ramesses built statues of himself everywhere. He was hard-headed and brutal. He was brutal on the children of Israel. Like the Lord said, he was a man, a Pharaoh that came up that knew not Joseph. Meaning he didn't know the good things that Joseph did. And Donald Trump is a white supremacist, and he don't realize the things we did for this country. That's why he can be a white supremacist. And he's perfect for the job. I don't know if the Lord gonna use him for the job, but he he definitely fits the Ramesses II thing. And the Ramesses was loved by both us and the Egyptians. Okay, we loved the Ramesses, man. We didn't hate Ramesses. We loved Ramesses. We hated Moses for going up against Ramesses.
Right.
We hated Moses for that. But Ramesses we loved. We built him treasure cities, like the scripture says.
Right.
And Donald, you leave it to Donald Trump, he's gonna turn these cities into money-making machines. He's gonna get back to manufacturing. Everybody in jail will be working.
Yeah.
For $2 a month. Or whatever it is. Like he gonna turn these into money-making machines. And we gonna love him for it. And his people will love him for it. And they'll sit back on top, and the Lord will have to come in and shut the whole earth down. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he is. Don't nobody put it out there. I'm not saying he is, or he reincarnated, or no nonsense like that. I'm saying he carries that same stubborn spirit that Ramesses had.
Yeah.
And I said, I yield.
General, if I could, sir, just to back you up, for sure, you done said many times, and because of the internet now, we had the proof to show that you are prophet of the Lord.
Most of them correct.
You said it. The robot's going to be used for violence and sex. And this week, this is Kim Kardashian's photo shoot with the Elon Musk robot.
Damn.
The top corner is her hand in hand, like a loving embrace.
Damn.
Then the robot sitting down there in the car, she in the leotards or the tights or whatever. And then the picture on the bottom left is her sitting on the robot lap in the car. So he in the Tesla car, and the Tesla robot. They done putting it out there that the robot can satisfy you, woman. You don't need no man.
Yes.
The robot gonna satisfy you.
That's insanity.
Come on.
That is insane. Brothers gonna be in trouble. If they make that robot cost effective, we're gonna be in trouble. That's the end of baby making in America, because these black women going to get that robot. He gonna have a vibrating rod and everything.
It's gonna be rough.
You know what I'm saying?
They are already marketing that thing, so
and they know what these vile humans like.
Yeah.
They know what these vile heathens like, so he ain't marketing it like a robot to help you flip burgers in McDonald's. Like he ain't marketing it for that. You know, the new manufacturing robots. No, he marketing that joint as a sex toy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he's marketing that for.
Concert.
If I could, sir.
Salaki, please.
If I could, sir, Salaki, back to the bombs, right? That Russia was dropping. I was just thinking about it, right? Those things were so inspiring that when you see those things happen to black people, you better renew your faith in the Lord. And you better renew your fear of the Lord, because I remember as a child growing up, reading and I always remember what you say. If you want to understand what's happening today, go back to the Exodus. General, you always say that, and I always hold that to heart. Because I remember growing up, a child reading the Exodus, and I'm like, if God is with these people and He's doing all these miracles, why are they afraid? Well, we're about to be afraid. Bombs falling out the sky. Instead of we're about to live it, right? And if we don't have the fear of the Lord, we're gonna fear Putin and Donald Trump more than we fear the Lord. And people are gonna read about us, and they're gonna say about us, why are you afraid? You know what I mean? Because it's easy to read it, but when you live in it, it's a different level. I mean, so going back to, if we don't renew our faith and our fear of the Lord, we're gonna end up folding because we fear these.
Listen, you so right. What you saying is so right, because really, eventually they're gonna put down all of this. Like if Donald Trump gets to do what he wants to do, he's gonna put the CIA out of the drug business, which is gonna wreck a part of the economy, but is also gonna wreck these neighborhoods and these streets, and then he'll have to come in and put these rebellions down, which he'll most gladly do. You know what I mean? He'll most gladly send in them cops and stormtroopers to bust heads and put us into total submission. And he'll drop a bomb on us too. He'll drop a drone on us. They made it legal. And I believe it was the Democrats that made it legal for them to drop a bomb on us. And white people want vengeance on us like I can't even explain. And once again, black people rightly should be afraid. You should be afraid because you refuse to serve the Lord. You should be afraid because you refuse to listen to the prophets of the Lord, who's been telling you and begging you and beseeching you on every street corner to turn back to the Father. You should be afraid for all the evil that you allowed to happen in Hollywood.
Yes,
the
sir.
whole P. Diddy regalia and the whole damn world that you created up there, and all the rape and molestation and the drugging and the whoring and the prostituting of both men and women and boys, and destroying all of the fabric of Black and Latino America. You should be afraid. You should be afraid of flaunting your nakedness all over the street. You should be afraid of your lewd behavior all over the street. Black women should be afraid of how heinous they've been towards Black men and towards their own children. Like the scripture said, you should be like everybody that looked at this book like it was just an ancient book, nothing to listen to. Well, get ready now. Get ready now, because you about to have a good reason to be good and afraid and go back to that same ancient book, because you're going to see how much how much you have charged yourself and ran up a bill with the sins and the vileness that we've been doing towards one another for so long. Now you about to pay the piper now, because if it goes that way, the brutality that like the world is set perfectly. And I hate to even say this because I don't even like to put it out there, but the truth is the truth. The world, when I say the world, I'm talking about in the world of America. In the world of America, the stage is perfectly set for all the brutality they want to do to us. Like Donald Trump has the White House. Donald Trump has the power over the judiciary. Donald Trump won the Senate. Donald Trump won the Congress, and he already had the support of the cops, okay, of the Blue Lives Matter movement, of the cops who hate us and brutalize us every day, love Donald Trump. They're the ones that stormed that Capitol. They're the ones that did all that dirt. Many cops got arrested because of that January 6th. All the white supremacists love Donald Trump. Like, he got everything going for him in his cabinet. He got everything from the government agencies down to all the white supremacists on the street. He done mastered to bring it all together. And so now the stage is really set for him to do whatever the hell he wants to do when it comes to us as the people. And if he decides to say, and remember, he held those tapes of Martin Luther King. He was the one that went on his first presidential term. He said he was going to release them because they was due to be released. And these black leaders went ballistic and begged and beseeched him to not release the tapes of Martin Luther King in fear that it would destroy the image of Martin Luther King and the brainwashing that was done to us. So he held it back. Then Joe Biden held it back. Well, guess what? Donald Trump's back in office now. What if he releases it now? What if he releases it now and say, see, all that they've been saying is all wrong and it's off, and look what has happened, and it is the reason that black people are in more turmoil now than ever. They were better off in slavery than they are right now. Then here we go. Here we go. Like, it's very easy to go down this road with this white supremacist for us to be under the gun like we never been before. And here's the part that wretches in me and should in every prophet of the Lord. The part that just tears at my soul is this, that if the Lord allow him to bring destruction on us, the Lord would be just. Like, you ain't gonna be able to say the Lord was wrong. Like, Lord, how did you let Donald Trump do this to us? He would not be wrong because we turn our back on him, because we chose Egypt over him. because we trusted in Pharaoh rather than trusted in him. We trusted in our sin and our lewdness and our evil rather than him. And because of it, how can you blame the Most High? You can't. Even though I don't want to see it happen to us. Like Paul said, I wish all would come to repentance. But unfortunately, we too damn stupid. And our black leaders are the dumbest fools you ever met. And have no, and our black leaders fall for anything. All of those preachers are. All those preachers that backed her up while she talked about murdering our babies and making sissies out of our sons. And they backed her up and held her up as holy. That disgusting, vile Jamal Bryant compared her to, was it Ruth? Or which one was it he compared her to? I think it was
Ruth. I think it's
was it Ruth?
Like
he acted like she was Ruth. Talking about Mordecai, like Mordecai knew he had to back a woman. I mean, made Mordecai a real punk, a real sissy, when Mordecai is the one that told her to do it, and she was the one that was in fear like a woman usually is. And Mordecai strengthened her, and she went in there courageously and did what she had to do. This sissy, who shouldn't even be in no pulpit, turned around and act like Mordecai knew he had to back a woman up. Compared this East Indian, this Edomite, to Ruth. Like the vileness. Now, if the Lord bring hell down on Black and Latinos, I have to step out the way. I got to just step back and I got to turn my back and not look at what the Lord had brought the punishment on. I have to turn around and look the other way while the flame come down from heaven. And can't say a damn thing to it. I understand now what Moses, on the last point, I understand now what Moses was up against when the Lord said, step out the way. I'm going to wipe them the hell out and I'll raise up another nation from your seed. Moses had to plead with the Lord, please, Lord, please, because the nations will say you brought us out here to wipe us out. Moses had to literally make an argument with the Lord to try and convince the Lord to not wipe us the hell out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how much we was cleaving onto our sins. And that's exactly where we at in the United States, in America and around the world. We have claved onto our sins so well that the Lord, I mean, it's gonna be bad. So Lucky, I yield.
I was just saying it was Esther, sir. I found the little
Esther, my bad.
We say for a time such as this.
You're right. Piece of garbage. She went and got the biggest sissy in church you could find, which is just in itself. That in itself should be vile to us.
That's right.
And I'd like to know which black man is comfortable with his wife going to hear about God from a flaming sissy. And I'd like to know what type of weak man is that? That you good. Now, you might not be able to stop her because America got laws and you can't knock all her teeth out. You can't do that. But you should be in rebellion of it.
That's right.
It should be discord in your house over it.
That's right.
So many of them men sitting up in there clapping and happy and all that. I mean, T.D. Jakes literally had a sodomite stripper in a cop uniform gyrating on the podium for all the sodomites. Like he literally had that going on the stage. Like, my goodness, you gonna tell me we supposed to be protected before the Lord deliver us out of here? We about to catch hell, man.
That's right.
We gonna cry on the Most High. We gonna really cry to the Lord. Watch. This cry we get ready to do to the Lord, this cry is about to be epic. It's about to be epic. I yield, Salaki.
And Salaki, so just two things. The one way when you mentioned about Donald Trump bringing out that information on Martin Luther King, I could somewhat see it happening because they're already making it in a way where I don't know if you remember this story where they're trying to get rid of the DEI, I believe. I forget what the acronym is for, but you know what I mean, with black people getting jobs over white people because of the
affirmative action.
Yeah, they call it the DEI. I forget the
diversity something. Diversity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. In government positions.
Because now from what
DVR they call it, I believe. Go ahead.
From what it looking like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's almost to the point where if black people want to call themselves American, they got to leave the black out and call themselves American. And that's where so kind of going with it. Because you now can't say, well, you're black, so you deserve a job over this white person, because we all American. You can't go based on skin color. We all American. And that's where Esau trying to take it. Whereas you can't use affirmative action. You can't use that to get a job, because no.
And Donald Trump loves that. Donald Trump loves that because Donald Trump loves to fire somebody that's incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
So he damn sure don't want nobody getting no jobs just because of their skin color. Oh, that's getting ready to go away. What you saying is so right and true. All that's getting ready to go away. And here's the amazing part. That's going to go away, and they're never going to address the racism. The whole point of it being in place was because white people are so racist, you would never get the job, no matter how qualified you are. So they'll get rid of it and say, man, the racism is not, is not a real reason to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll just ignore that, you won't be able to get no job. We'll go back to the days of where every civil service job was held by the Jews and the Irish and a few of the Italians. You know what I'm saying? And a dark-skinned person wasn't in no damn agencies.
Because it seems as if they're trying to oppress us more and more in this place. The more and more we start seeing what's going on in the media and start recognizing that, hold up now, we not as bad as they're trying to portray us.
Exactly.
Like if they really, really let us see what's going on in Palestine, we will understand that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. We will understand that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked if the media really do its job correctly. You know what I mean? But the more and more these wars take place, the more and more it seems as if they're going to start oppressing black people. And that whole war across there with Brazil, with Russia and Ukraine, I don't know, but I believe, sir, it's because of BRICS. And they can't stop fighting that war. Because if they stop fighting that war, then Russia and China going to start gobbling up, going to start taking. Because they're already talking about China and the people that make up BRICS, like they are more than the population that's with the West. And if that continues,
yes, they are.
The American dollar is going to be trash. You know what I mean? And that will, then the suicide going to be hitting the roof. Because them white boys going to be, jumping to the death.
They sure as hell are. And China just issued an order today. This week, rather, not today. They issued an order that every Chinese company must get rid of any foreign software in their operations. All their software has to be China derived by 2027. So they got 2 years to take every American and all that Microsoft shit, all that shit they want outside of the system. So what you saying is true. They getting ready to get into a zone, brother, where they gonna fight over that Taiwan, and they gonna battle this thing down to economic power.
Yeah.
And if Trump stopped this war, Russia is going to become economically super powerful. And listen, and this time he's not going to stop, just like the scripture said. You know what I'm saying? He's going to proliferate, and he already got France pretty much on his side. Something they're not saying. You got France on his side, so he's already putting pressure up there in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna definitely be putting pressure on them once this ends. And brother, if that money get jammed up because of that BRICS, get ready, Nobana. Beans and rice forever.
Yeah. Cancer. You're right.
Gerald, if I could, I wanted this if I could pull from this article here to talk about the
Please.
same thing with the scapegoating, right?
Yeah.
There's an article on the internet. It's from a book some devil wrote from France called What Soldiers Do. And the headline is, in France, a family reckons with World War II allies' legacy of rape and murder. And they were seeing all them soldiers that went to Normandy. They was raping them French women to the tunes of hundreds of cases, and the U.S. Army covered the shit up. They covered the whole damn shit up, and because they had a war to fight. And this one of the grandchildren of one of the victims wrote this part. She said, sexual violence committed by U.S. soldiers in the wake of D-Day has long been a taboo subject on both sides of the Atlantic. But as historians and victims' descendants have delved into the cases over time, the accounts have challenged some of the Allied forces. He said there really was a problem with race. So let me skip down. In October, Roberts said, in some ways, the problems were created by the U.S. Army. To motivate soldiers, it portrayed French women as highly sexualized. And as an example, she cites infantry. Newspaper Stars and Stripes would often show pictures of GIs embracing French women. So they do that to help motivate. You know, that storm in the Normandy was like a suicide mission down there.
Yeah.
So
that's so heavy what you pulling out. Go ahead.
I
didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Now this part here totally floored me back when I heard it. Said now in October 1944, one French newspaper in the Normandy town of Cherbourg reported the rapes and murders were instilling fear in families across the countryside. Roberts said there was no way to know how many rapes there were. She estimated it was in the hundreds based on her research. In the late summer of 1944, because of all the publicity, and she has quote here, they decided it would be a black problem rather than an American problem. They could blame African Americans based on the belief that they were hypersexualized and violent, and thus exonerate white American soldiers from accusations of rape.
Oh my God. Brother, what you just dropped was so heavy. Whoa. Now, they could do if they go ahead. I don't even want to say this. Go ahead, Machop. No, Machop, go ahead, Machop, go ahead. Please.
You know, this part here, sir, they say quick military trials were set up. Of the 152 U.S. soldiers tried for rape, 139 were black.
Wow.
Even though black soldiers made up just 10% of the fighting force.
Wow.
And 25 out of the 29 soldiers publicly executed were black.
Wow.
They just lynched niggas just to appease the whole public outcry.
They murdered their own soldiers
to
cover up the mass raping that white men did.
Yes, sir.
Like that, what you just said, brother. Oh my God, what you just said was so heavy. I wish you would put the camera big on you when you did it. I'm gonna still cut that piece and make a clip out of that. Because that was amazing what you just dropped. That was just amazing what you just dropped. Like once again, like they diabolical when it comes to us. And we got these stupidest black leaders. And let me tell you something else, too. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All you stupid ass bitches that's up on Instagram and TikTok and twerking your nasty ass off on these social medias like it's going out tomorrow. White men are watching that. You big stupid dummy. And they just looking to get lawless. They want to rape you like a goat in the street. And this is a man that will have sex with a goat. You think he won't rape you, dumb, stupid idiot? Putting your naked ass all over the screen because you full of vanity and too damn dumb to know the danger that you in. Stupid. Up on these college campuses and all up in his offices and all this, and in the military, you big dummy. You didn't see none of this nonsense coming. Stupid. Instead, you voting for abortion rights, you big knucklehead. Like that's what's out there in front of us. You understand? Like that's what's going on. That's what we not avoid. Oh, we gonna get morals back. You can best believe that. You've been laughing at us at talking about our morals and to be right and all that. Oh, you about to put a long dress on. You about to be dressed like the flying nun in about 2 seconds because of the nonsense that this animal will do when he. Once again, the Lord said he's the most subtle beast of the field. When he come for us, we barely know it till it's too late. We don't even know how we still in captivity under him now. He got so many undermined, like this right here you just brought out. Nobody has ever known that this was done this way. I mean, the story of black men raping them French girls is all over the world. Known all over the world. Little did anybody know this was a propaganda move to protect white soldiers while we got murdered, killed our own innocent soldiers. To protect white soldiers from being looked at as rapists. Amazing. Amazing. And you telling me they won't keep us in poverty and in hell for themselves? And we tell you out there to call on the Lord and call on the Father, and your big stupid behind is rejecting the Most High. Instead, you want to twerk it or sell dope or be a gangster. You big dummy. Instead of opening your damn eyes. And let me tell you something too. When you go and read about us during the time of Christ, after Christ's death, as we approached 70 AD, this was exactly the atmosphere we were in. We was in the same exact atmosphere. The Romans had occupied our land. They had implemented new tax laws. They were starving us to death. People were rebelling. That's why Barabbas and others became well known and ended up in the scriptures, because they were rebels, man, that fought up against the government in an ignorant way. They were really what they called at the time zealots at the time, which meaning they called them zealots, but what they were was really thieves that, gobbled up for themselves. So that's really they was no different than our gangs. They just went out and gobbled up as much as they can from their own people and didn't care about the destruction of their own people. We read a little bit about it when we read about the woman who cooked her son in the oven and they came over to eat and was horrified. Like that's the state we're in. And this is very, very, very similar to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like any man, you know what I mean? I know how to stand up and get it on too. But I talk the way I talk because I so fear our people's fate. That's why. It's not that I'm scared of the white man or scared of his kingdom or scared of anything that, he portrays. But I say what I'm saying out of fear for us. I ain't worrying about myself. I'm worrying about us as a people. Worrying about our babies. And it would have been either side. If the Democrats had got hold of us, that'd have been the end of your children. Child trafficking and child pedophile rings would have went through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I yield. Boy, that was the heaviest, brother. That was so heavy, that story. Please send that to me. I got to read that article.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you.
My God.
The shit is ridiculous. And like how you say they take the they deal with us so crafty. There's a part here saying French mayors were actually asked to put out a notice to civilians to come and watch African American soldiers being hanged for rape.
Wow.
Clearly, the army wanted to impress on ordinary Normans that this was a situation in which the U.S. Army had under control.
Wow.
Then they say, there's the other part here that make it so, I mean, it's so much layers to it. They say white soldiers involved in fighting units moved quickly from one spot to the next, making it harder to prosecute their service members suspected of a crime. Black soldiers had segregated units responsible for logistics, which largely stayed in one place longer. That meant a black soldier could be blamed for rape committed by a white soldier who had long moved on. And you know all of that. And just
Salaki, that was a heartbreaker right there. That was incredible. I yield, Salaki.
Salaki, sir, if I could, just to speak to what you were saying about our fear for our people, and being the truth, sir, we fear the Lord. We fear the Most High, and so we serve Him, we obey Him, we do what He said to do. But we also aware of the danger that faces our people that don't know to fear the Lord. Like they don't know to fear the Most High, they don't know to obey Him, they don't know to keep His commandments, and so they are at the mercy of the beast, of the devil. The Bible speaks of, and being at their mercy is they have no mercy. And so you can only be devoured. You can only be trampled upon. You can only be abused and destroyed and taken advantage of in all the ways that our oppressor takes advantage of us. And so, you know, while we fear the Lord, the fear for our people who don't know the Most High and aren't obeying Him is that, you know, they're going to suffer horrible atrocities at the hands of these devils until the Most High sees us become a nation that is deserving of His deliverance, you know. And so I just wanted to, you know, expound on what you said, sir, because like it's a very, very clear and present danger that's facing our people that aren't coming into the truth and gaining this knowledge and submitting themselves before the Most High. Salaki.
You're so right. That's so true.
So Salaki, yes, sir.
Please,
well, Couple Michelle was bringing out there too with that. Now I see, you know what I mean, I could see why they don't want to have CRT in the colleges, because now you're going to train black people to go look and, you know what I mean, for stories like this and history like this, and it's going to open a can of worms. It's going to really shatter the image of the beast. That image we look to, that look, you know what I mean, that is depict as Christ, that image is going to be shattered. You understand? Right. So they do not want black people learning, or, you know what I mean, or being educated on that level to go on do research and see, well, if he did this to us here, then what he did to us around the world. You understand? Like we went and bled in his army, died in his military for his country, and this is how he treating us. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna have people really looking and digging up history and digging up dirt on the oppressor. You understand? But they can't allow these things to happen. You know what I mean? But thank the Lord for the UPK under you, sir. That brothers and sisters, even though you're not in your ESO college, what you're learning here, you know what I mean, is way better than what they're teaching in college when it comes to critical race theory. You know what I mean?
Slack, sir.
Right, you.
Kamakan, sir, and just to piggyback off of what Captain Nyathok said too, sir. This is a lot of times too why the United States, the government intentionally drugged a lot of these Black and Hispanic veterans. Right? It wasn't by coincidence, sir, that them brothers from Vietnam came back, and World War II. They came back to heroin up in Harlem in the jazz clubs. You know, when you go into the history of the CIA was intentionally working with the Italian and the Jewish mafia, funneling the drugs, the heroin, up into the Black neighborhoods in Harlem and the jazz clubs. and they were getting the World War II veterans, the brothers that came back. They were getting them high on purpose, and the same with Vietnam, because now nobody would believe these brothers when they tell these stories of what was happening. Now this nigga just a junkie. Now, you know, he just talking and he's a junkie, so it's like they destroyed the credibility of a lot of brothers who experienced this and have these stories firsthand and would tell you, like how we came up, they would tell us the white man's military is no place for the black man. Like that was all we heard from brothers that was actually in it. Like it wasn't an honorable thing, how it's been swung like it's an honorable thing to join. Like the brothers that was actually in there, the older brothers that was, drug addicts on the corner, they'll tell you that ain't no place for for a black man. But they discredit them by getting them high on drugs, sir. And like I say, it's when you look at the craftiness that they have dealt with our people, it is disgusting. It turns your stomach a little bit to see just how crafty they've dealt with us, sir. And all we've done is serve this stinking place in our ignorance and to our detriment. So like it.
And so true. So true. So true.
Like stuff like that says it take your soul, take your spirit from you for a second to hear, the levels they would go to villainize us and use us conveniently, just like how Donald Trump using, the Latino brothers and sisters now as the problem, as the immigrant problem is the same way, like their problem, their real problem, they'll cover it up with us. They'll always paste it with us. And they'll be so crafty with it and hide it for history. Like until you said it, I didn't know that was the story, that brothers was raping French women. I didn't know that was the story. And then, seeing it in the article, how they're saying they just decide them white boys was raping so much, they had to make it a black problem. They had to make it a black problem. And I think the devil who wrote the book is some white woman. She's a granddaughter of one woman who was raped. And she telling the story, and she says hundreds of them women they did that to. Hundreds. Hundreds of them women that did that too, and then they just decided conveniently. Is the whole thing from Birth of a Nation? These free hypersexualized black men, they are a problem, and now they're over there. Like we had that problem too in the 20s, so now they're over here and they're doing the same thing. And like Kazak saying, like, who's gonna believe a black man who come back who have a problem, who have a drug problem or an alcohol problem, or you done put him on the front line where he get, half his head rocked. He's shell shocked. He can't even talk right. Who gonna believe him about anything? Meanwhile, Biden and them father and grandfathers probably the men who, done raped and violated them people out there in France. That's totally crazy. And they hang them and make people come out and salivate like that. What's the thing General Hyman called where they love to see the pain.
Something from me.
Something
Short and
Friday. Like come out and watch, and that appease them just to see a few black men hung, and the rest of them is sick, man. That shit is sick. That shit definitely took me down with that when I heard about that shit.
So like here, sir, like as you all speaking on the topic, I'm thinking about all the crimes that are going on in America that they're trying to put on black people. Like they're trying to put us as being the biggest drug dealers, right? Like we're bringing all the drugs into America, right? They're hitting us with the robbery, the thieving, all these crimes. They're trying to portray us as being the criminals in America. When stories like this, when you read it and you hear about it, you had to really, look at it differently and really, really peel it back to see what they're trying to, or why are they saying that black men, are the problem in America, or Hispanic or Native Indians. When these white men, they had the earth, and look at the earth, the condition the earth is in right now because of that. You understand? And now you're going to see that they're the criminals.
So
They're
true.
the criminals. You know what I mean? But we, as you Johnny said, we the scapegoat. We are definitely scapegoat.
Like that's like, and all America did from World War II up to now is duplicate that. Like that thing Mashak brought out, they just duplicate it every day. You the drug dealer while they sell more drugs, bring it in on military planes. You're the criminal while more white people go to jail for crime than us. You're the you're the worst of the earth when they doing 10 times worse. So they keep every American and every other nation looking like they're not that bad because they done decided we're gonna be the bad one. Like that story, Mashak, that I'm gonna be thinking about that story all the way to Monday. Because that story got to be brought out back again on Monday because that is so everything that they was willing to do to us. And these are not civilians. These were soldiers that fought side by side with them against Adolf Hitler, who was about to take over the world on them. And they were so unthankful, they just turned around and fed them cats to the slaughter. Innocent black brothers. I can imagine what they must have felt like before they died. To be standing there, stripped of their rank in their uniform, humiliated before that crowd, and then killed for some shit they never did. And brother, not only was that and lynched for something they never did, and not only was that story so heavy, but that is exactly what we did to Yahushua.
Come on.
Damn.
It's exactly what we did to him. Because of, for power's sake, our people turned around and found a man who was greater than them, who was doing more than them, who the Lord had raised up with power, and we wiped him the fuck out to make sure that we had our power with the Romans. And that's exactly what they did.
An
incredible story. Incredible story. And incredible that we discovered it and recognized what has happened to us here. You know what I mean? Because like I've been telling and saying in all the shows, I'm studying abuse very closely. And I'm studying all the factors that go into the abuser and the victim and how it's done and the manipulation involved and everything. And every bit of it points back to the U.S. and us. Like for the U.S. to be the U.S. badass, you know, the American flag, the patriot. For them to be that way, even when there is no enemy, they have to have an enemy. Otherwise, you can never motivate them. Like you don't, if you take a abuser and put him in solitary confinement, he'll lose his mind because he can't function without somebody to abuse. And that's America. America can't function without having somebody to kick into the dirt. If black people were to separate themselves and just do the will of the Lord and remove themselves and remove their sins, it would drive America crazy. Same way it did with Pharaoh. We went 3 days into the wilderness to worship the Lord, and it drove the Egyptians crazy. It drove them crazy because there was nobody to abuse anymore. So when you don't have nobody to abuse, you got to look at yourself. Not only do you got to look at yourself, you got to look at what you've done in the past. You got to look at yourself now, and you got to look at everything you've done because there's no more victim there. So there's nobody to tout. There's nobody to be angry at. There's nobody to go after. There's nobody to harm. There's no enemy that got to be dealt with. They're gone. They're gone. They're in the wilderness serving the Lord. So the Egyptians got to stand there and face their own shit.
That's right.
And they don't want to do that. And America don't want to do it either. America got to say Blue Lives Matter. Because if they don't say Blue Lives Matter, they got to face that they are abusers. And they don't want to have to face that. And something else I learned from studying it as well, that abusers become emboldened when they're able to abuse. Like they become puffed up in their abuse. They become grandiose. And that's what happened to America too. We the best. We number one. Yeah. We'll deal with you. Why? Because you've been beating on niggas for so long.
Yeah.
So you feel you get puffed up. You know what I mean? That's why those Israelis over there in Amsterdam or wherever it was in Europe went in Germany, I think. Was it Germany? Where they beat up all those
Netherlands.
Yeah, it was in
Netherlands.
Amsterdam.
Right.
Yeah.
In the Netherlands, right? Amsterdam. They went up there and beat up all those civilians because why? They've been abusing the Palestinians. So since they've been abusing the Palestinians, yeah, Israel, yeah. And now you go abuse more people. And more and more and more and more and more. And something else I learned about an abuse as you study it. They lose their empathy for the victim. That's how they're able to continue the abuse. In other words, it becomes a necessary evil to continue on, just like you brought out in that article. Like they know they're doing something evil to these brothers. They know that they're murdering these brothers, but they also say to themselves, it's a necessary evil so that everybody doesn't fall apart. Somebody else did that as well. That was so evil. That was Caiaphas. It was worth it to kill Christ so that everybody don't turn to him and everything we got falls apart. We need a scapegoat. We need somebody for everybody to hate, or we'll lose our power. And that's a very evil, demonic thing. And that's why slavery is hell. And that's why we want Yahushua to rule, because then no man will be the scapegoat except those that committed crimes against the 12 tribes of Israel. They'll just be the criminals, and it won't be a fake story. It won't be a lie. It'll be the truth because they had thousands of years to do it. Certainly 400 and some odd years here in America.
Just to add to what you're saying too, it's almost like, you know what I mean, like there's a value in having an enemy. And the value in having an enemy is your people uniting against that enemy. And America, this article showed it, America and France unite to unalive black men. You understand? There's a value in having an enemy. And black people, we don't understand that. You know what I mean? To the point where you take it to a black man's home, his enemy is his woman. The woman enemy is the man. You understand? If they both had the enemy being the oppressor, now they have something to come home to and be like, you know what, baby, I had a hard day at work. And the wife would be, yeah, the white man is the devil. You understand? So now that unites you all, you understand, in that house to understand that we in this, not because of each other, but because we both have an enemy that we have to unite against. You understand? And that's
why.
Concert.
And that's why when those 12 tribes come together, brother, they're gonna be united.
And
it's gonna be a problem on the planet. Salakia, I yield. Salakia.
I used to.
And generally, if I could too, like this story here is there's many others, but it's so right and a good example of why we can't take up the fight to overthrow this devil ourselves. Because we could never deliver the justice he deserves. Because we don't even know what the hell he do. We don't know what he do, what he did, and what he doing now, and what he plan to do tomorrow. So you go and try to take justice yourself. No, you really you doing an injustice because you're not delivering the blow that need to be delivered, and you can't even fathom the blow. We can't even think outside the box to fathom the blow. Because look at this diabolical nonsense here.
So right.
On foreign soil, you alienated, you in solitude, you trying to survive war, and then they just come and raid you. You 10% of the infantry, which means 90% of the people who you there with, plus the French people coming to round you up.
and murder you.
And murder you in some old kangaroo court quick thing just to appease the French. Oh man, like there's no way we could deliver justice on our own. Like the Lord seeing all of this, He the one supposed to do it. We can't do it because you don't know what's going on, man. You only know what come out in the news.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You only know what some devil writes a book about. We have no idea what they're really doing to us and who's standing by watching. The French watched that shit happen. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
God.
That's crazy.
God. Like if I could, sir, we have been the honorable men on the earth. We have had integrity and valor and been brave and courageous and put our life on the line. But not having the protection of the Lord, again, we at the mercy of these devils. And when you at the mercy of these devils, nothing good can come from it. You understand? So to make me think of the scripture in Psalms, the 10th chapter, I believe it's Psalms 10 and 8, where it says, as for all his ways, they are. So like, let me pull it right quick if I could, or if a brother can pull Psalms chapter 10, where it's talking about the wicked. It describes the oppressor to the T. Like, and these are the people who, if you don't have the protection of the Lord, you are at their mercy. It's Psalms chapter 10, verse 5, Salakia. You understand? Like, these things have been going on for generations, and we have been made the scapegoat. We have been abused and murdered, and just in every way dealt cruelly and horribly and with no thoughts of mercy, no thoughts of judgment, no thoughts of what's right. And it's the Lord that's going to have to render that judgment. It's the Lord that's going to have to get justice for us. Because like Captain Mashak said, there's nothing that we could fathom, nothing that we could think of that would be worthy of what they are owed, because so many of us have no idea of just how cruel and how evil and how wicked they have been. So like Brother Cat, Psalm chapter 10, verse 5.
The book of Psalms, chapter 10 and verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth up at them.
Like that's the white man. That's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And the way that he's dealt with the children of God, all of his ways are grievous. You understand? And the Lord's judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Like you said, sir, they are so proud and being an abuser and having gone so long abusing unabated and not having anyone there to stop them or to chastise them or to correct them. They become, in their minds, invincible. They believe in themselves because it's gone on so long. There'll never be any judgment. I'll never have to answer for this. And we're at a time now where the Lord is allowing for the truth to come out. The Lord is allowing all the things that have been hidden to be uncovered. And their solution is to rehide it all over again. Like Captain Nayathak brought out with the way that they're trying to deal with the educational system. Like, they don't want slavery to be taught in the schools. They don't want the true stories of the cruelty that they've done to the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come out, because then it erases all of the propaganda and all of the brainwashing that they've done through their media for the last couple of generations, and making themselves the superheroes and making themselves the honorable ones and making themselves, the light and shining, example for the world to see. When in reality, they are the evil, cruel, murderous, raping, oppressing devils that are on the earth. You understand? So like, I yield on that, sir.
So true. So true.
Salaka, sir, if I could
jump in.
Yeah, if I could, sir. And this is for all the Christians who always like to say, well, Jesus Christ died for everybody's sins. No, black people's lives were taken for the sins of this white man.
That's right.
That's what I mean. The white man unalive black people. They put black people in jail so that they could have the innocent image on the news and in the world, right? Christ didn't die for them. Black people died for them. Black people were in jail for them. We take all the blame so that they could shine. And they should be the world. They could look just. So this is what Christians don't understand. They want to say Christ died. Christ came to die for us, not for them. They're taking our lives for their justice. Salaka, sir.
That's it.
Heavy.
That's it.
Heavy.
Yeah.
You got him, Mashak.
I don't know. You want to wrap it up there soon? I know, shit. That I think that story take the air out of the room.
Yeah, man.
I think
Like, that was a message right there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, for sure. I was heavy, such a lot.
If you was
That's why the
wondering,
Lord,
now you know.
That's why the Lord giving Putin all them abilities with them missiles.
Mm-hmm.
In case you're wondering, he had to have it. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, also to Water for coming through and giving us the
Most time correct.
that insight
Water
with
for
that
heaven.
missile and everything. And yeah, these it getting close. So for sure we're gonna have to hear you all the way through with every step they're doing to make sure everybody stay locked in and how to perceive everything, because there ain't gonna be no wisdom in the earth right now as people watching this. So you know what I mean? We're gonna be
Damn
back.
right. And to water you, Mashak, man, for the great works you doing. Traveling all over the world, to Europe and to the Caribbean, holding down that camp, man, in DC, strengthening them brothers, man. I see a warrior man there looking good and strong, because I got mine, raising up gladiators up in this work, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, them cats looking good. So Wap Yahanna down there, kicking it hard. Nice. So I got Jamaica and the other zones locked in. You know, man, Haiti and Ash, and y'all doing a hell of a job, man, at pulling in them 12 tribes. Like we have to do what Yahweh Shai wants us to do. And brother, y'all doing it just like it's supposed to be done. And it's a beautiful thing to see. You know what I'm saying? So hats off to you, Mashak. You know what I'm saying? For being so strong, man, and you getting ready to head out to Haiti, man. And them brothers is renewed and strong. They try to come up against them with the cops and investigations and all of that, and the Palestinians and all that. And them brothers was well taught by you over there in Europe, man. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Karachi Allah and all of them brothers out there, man. Karachi Allah and all of them doing what they doing, man, and being strong, man. Raise up these 12 tribes to Yahweh Shai, and we get a kingdom. That's the trade-off. We get a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Just like they had a kingdom, we get a kingdom bigger, better, and badder than theirs.
That's right.
That's the trade-off. So we're going for ours. You know what I'm saying?
Damn
right.
Definitely. Them words mean a lot coming from you, sir, because for sure.
No time correct.
First time speaking I saw with you down there in DC, I was like, I want to do for another brother what he do for me, because General, watching you all speak, like I remember I didn't know you could have learned the truth. I thought the angel was just telling you all what to say on the podium. I didn't know. I was like,
that was a big debate.
Paint the idea, paint the whole thing, because you all was speaking, and it's like I was sitting there and I could see it clear. So to water for you for holding it down and giving us the opportunity to really matter in life, because without the truth, I don't know what life would mean right now. I don't know what life would mean. Like the truth, it give brothers and sisters meaning. You know what I mean? So to water to you all, you general, and all the generals, all the brothers who hold it down and encourage us and get behind us. It's an honor to do it and pass it down. Have brothers to pass it down to. It's good. It's good. So we're gonna rock it out. So we're gonna do this work. Get popping. So
damn right.
So with that, so one courtesy salute. Alawapanya. Rock.
Thumb. The water again, the water, y'all. The water cat.
To what you. So you don't forget, check Commander Journey on this Monday live, 9 p.m. on the same channel. Log in, Black Watchmen, pay your tithes, support the truth. We're doing amazing work, man.
Shalom. Damn right. Shalom, everybody.
Yeah.
What the hell happened with my damn thing?
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devil's design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of